Hey guys, so what is this? This is a bunch of fruit that I had in my fridge that was about to go bad. Little odds and ends here and there. I had purchased a case of mangoes. There's three left. They are going bad. I mean bad. So there was one pack out of six of raspberries and two pears from a bag of pears that I had bought. So in here we have some mangoes. It's more like mango puree because it just fell apart as I was cutting it. There's some pieces. We have some super ripe raspberries that are falling apart too, and two pears. And what am I doing? And look at all that mango juice. What am I doing with all of this? Well, I am going to turn this fruit that would have been tossed into something delicious. Let me show you. And the best part is not only are you saving the fruit instead of throwing it out, so no waste, but it takes less than 10 minutes to make and it only uses three ingredients, one of them being optional. So for me today, two ingredients, fruit and a lime. And that's it, two ingredients. So whatever fruit you have that's going bad, I have three mangoes, two pears, and some raspberries. And then I have my lime. And with this, I am going to make a delicious summer treat that even the kids will love. And you don't have to do this just because you have rotting fruit in your fridge. You can buy fruit and make yourself a delicious, healthy summer treat for you and your kids. And this is amazing, amazing with watermelon. I used to make this in big batches, but I'm using what I have left over. So I have these pretty rotten mangoes. I cut off some of the really dark, bad spots. I'm sure there's going to be more that I need to cut off, but I'm going to salvage these three mangoes. I'm going to salvage these two pears left over from a bag of pears. And I bought 6 containers of raspberries, and you know, kids, sometimes they love them. And then the next thing you know, I don't want those anymore. So I have these raspberries. They're super soft. They're falling apart. I need to use them. And with this, let's get started. Let's make this delicious dessert. They're so mushy, but you can still salvage a lot of these. Just take off the bad parts. Okay. See, there's some good mango here. So just salvage what you can, just to not let it go to waste. And that juice, let all that juice drip into the bowl. This is so mushy. And even if your mango is super soft, look at that. You squeeze it and just squeeze everything. That's mango puree. That is delicious right there. See that? Okay, so in this bowl, I have my raspberries, two pears, and some mango pieces and some mango puree for the ones that were super ripe. Um, and now what I'm going to do, I'm going to squeeze about a teaspoon of lime juice over the fresh fruit. And that is all you're going to need. just about a piece like this. And I'm just going to squeeze that in there. And this little bit of lime juice makes a huge difference in bringing out the sweetness of the fruit. It really, really does. We're just going to take all that fruit and put it in the food processor. Might need to do it in 2 batches. So I'm going to see if I can make this fit. Normally I have to do it in 2 batches, but I didn't have that much fruit left today. Now again, if your fruit is not that sweet or not that ripe and you're doing this just to do it, not because the fruit is overripe, you could put a little teaspoon of maple syrup in there and that'll give it a little extra boost of sweetness. So let me go get this blended up and I'll see you in a minute. Oh, and little piece of advice, you want to blend this for at least a minute because you want it to be super smooth, especially if you're using fruits like mango that can have fibers. So just give this a nice blend and let it blend for a minute. What you can do is, look how smooth that is. Look how good that looks. What you could do is give it a taste. And if you give it a taste, and to you, that's perfect. If it's too tart or not sweet enough for you, put a little drizzle of maple syrup, and that takes it right over the edge. So now let me get this in a dish. Okay, and you want a glass container or plastic, whatever you prefer, with a lid, because you're going to pour this in here and pop it in the freezer. You're going to put this in the freezer, you're going to cover it, and pop it in the freezer. And you're going to let it sit for about an hour. You let it sit for more than an hour or 2. Then before using it, you want to take it out and just let it sit on the counter for like 15 minutes, 10 to 15 before you use it. Okay, so this is going to sit in the freezer for about an hour and it'll be ready to eat. If you just leave it in the freezer overnight because you're making it ahead for another day, then just let it sit on the counter for about 10 to 15 minutes, especially 15 if it's like you had more fruit and it's more full, before you serve it because you want it to thaw a little bit. And we still have 4 of these delicious strawberry yogurt desserts left that we made. Yum! All these homemade summer desserts. Delicious. See you in an hour. Okay, guys, so this is the finished product. This has been in the freezer for hours and hours and hours. I forgot about it. But I took it out 10 minutes ago, let it defrost a little bit. And this is the finished product. This is our fruit sorbet. It's not even like a sorbet. It's a cross between a sorbet and an Italian ice. So let's give this a try. That is delicious. It's sweet from the mango and the pears, but it has some tanginess to it from the lime and the raspberries. Really refreshing, really good, especially today where it's like 100 degrees outside, close to. Look at that. If you want it creamier, you could put some almond milk in there. You could put some honey in there. I did not put anything in here but fruit and a squirt of lime juice. So this is a super healthy, delicious Italian ice made from fruit. Super simple, super easy, super delicious, super healthy. Anyway, oh, and no waste because you're using what you have. Thanks for watching. Make yourself some homemade Italian ice / sorbet. Thanks for watching. Bye.